up, Northern District team members hold their regular free clinic in Gongliao, New Taipei City. And we see how media volunteers go above and beyond to record City's work around the globe. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. We kick off today's program in Taiwan, as Gongliao in New Taipei City is the country's easternmost district. If anyone falls ill, it takes residents here 3 hours to get to a major hospital in the city. Thus, most will opt to buy over-the-counter medication from the pharmacy instead. In the past decade, Northern team members have been holding free clinics in the area every 2 months to safeguard local residents' health by providing a variety of medical services.
Taiwan's Northern District team members travel to Gongliao District to hold free clinics there every 2 months. No big announcements are necessary, as in the past 10 years, local residents have come to expect their arrival. Those that attend the health checks are mostly seniors in their 70s and 80s. Gongliao District is Taiwan's easternmost district. As residents here fish for a living, not many young people are willing to stay behind. Being high coastal highway is the only way out of the area, and if residents become ill, it takes at least an hour to reach the city's hospital. Buying over-the-counter medicine is the easiest solution to recover, but at the same time, minor illnesses become major problems in the long run. Many seniors in the district suffer from cataracts and arthritis.
We are here to prescribe medication and give them acupuncture therapy. It should help them, but we are just here every 2 months, that's all.
This is the third time traditional Chinese medicine doctor Fang Zhinan has joined the free clinic, and he has long seen these patients as old friends.
I like to treat my patients as friends, so I look at this as an opportunity to make friends.
Not only safeguarding the health of local residents, but also making new friends, these free clinics are filled with love and care for the patients.
Lesotho, a landlocked country surrounded by neighboring South Africa, is situated some 1,600 meters above sea level. As the country is facing a prolonged drought, much of their food supplies are imported. Each month, city volunteers will visit care recipients' homes, bringing not only the much-needed food, but also love and care. Let's take a look.
City volunteers come right in time as Mapoka is busy boiling water, awaiting the volunteers' arrival.
The meal is finished now, so she's very happy.
Inside this rundown house, children cry for food. The residents of this mountain village were once on the brink of starvation, and it was city volunteers who brought them back from that brink.
At least we are not hungry, but eat something, but not too much. So keep 80% still with energy and be the
Spreading the message that a contented mind is a perpetual feast, with city volunteers' care, these villagers are finding happiness in their lives.
Back to Taiwan, in Taichung's Fengyuan lives city care recipient Mr. Ping, who was formerly a truck driver. 13 years ago, he was left with severe spinal injuries following a car accident. Although he once attempted suicide following his injuries, worried about how his girlfriend, a stroke victim, could support herself, Ping decided to give his life another try. Now, thanks to Tzu Ji, not only does the couple make a living from recycling, but have also become volunteers themselves.
When she feels pain, it is like I can feel that same pain. I have been through pain of a similar sort.
Working as a team, the couple look out for one another.
After her stroke, she could no longer move the lower half of her body. At first, she was bedridden, but I encouraged her to do her best to sit up. Every day, I would massage her to help her rehabilitation go faster.
Helping his girlfriend overcome her handicap, Mr. Ping never imagined that he would one day be in a similar predicament following a car accident.
Swerving to avoid the scooter, I hit an electric pole and my body was compressed in the car. My vertebrae was shattered. They did the best they could to replace them with my cartilage.
After 7 surgeries which left 14 centimeter scars on the front and back of his body, Ping still can't feel his legs.
Then I tried to kill myself by hitting my head against the wall. The first time I did it, it only knocked me out. When I woke and saw that I was still alive, I tried again.
After failing on both attempts, Ping suddenly remembered his girlfriend who was alone in the world.
If I was gone, she would be very sad. Since we were both in similar situations, I decided then and there that we would support each other in getting through all this.
The scooter is a gift from the government and Tzu Chi. It will give you more freedom to get out and about.
The sister was worried about me driving a scooter as she felt it was too dangerous and also impossible for me to drive someone else, so she decided to help out.
Saving money for good deeds is a good thing.
It seems like the two have already changed their lives around somewhat. Look at their smiles.
Together, Ping and his girlfriend have no trouble getting most tasks done.
Sometimes I have trouble walking so far, and then she will walk it for me. Things that I have trouble moving, she will move for me.
Together, the couple brings their collected recyclables back to get sorted.
I'm already in bad shape. If I don't move, I will be in worse shape, so I decided to do just that.
With their lives back on track, the two are also now volunteering in their free time. It feels great coming here as a volunteer. Being able to give every day means less worries.
When you interact with her, she's like a little child with a sweet laugh, so I refer to her as our little donut. Look, she's so cute.
Together, Little Donut and her Prince Charming are making a new life for themselves.
Now we feel more respected and have more self-confidence, and if we can help others, our lives will be even better.
In another moving story, we meet 7-year-old Yuan Yuan, who was born a premature baby and had trouble walking when he was 2. After a few checkups, it was discovered that he is a cerebral palsy sufferer. Nevertheless, Yuan Yuan's father does not give up and designed tools to help his son do rehabilitation work each day. Seeing the boy's progress over the years is what keeps this father going. Here's more. At break time, Yuan Yuan plays wooden blocks with his classmates. Over the years, the little boy has gone from only being able to crawl to now finally standing on his feet. Every day after school, Yuan Yuan's father picks him up, not to go home, but to do rehab in a nearby park with the tools he personally made.
You are going too fast, a little slower, and look to the front.
Yuan Yuan's father made the walking tool using recycled baby trolley wheels and plastic pipes to help him practice his sense of balance. And a chair made of old tires helps the boy learn to balance while catching the ball thrown to him by his father.
You need to look at the ball, look to the front.
Though Yuan Yuan hardly catches the ball, his father nevertheless remains patient.
He couldn't catch any balls. Yes, that's why he needs practice. He might need rehab for life. That's right. I will always be there for him.
Yuan Yuan's dad made all the tools necessary to help his son continue rehab at home, and he says as long as he sees a little progress, he will persist on. The 2013 Worldwide Humanitarian Education Teacher Seminar kicked off on July 23rd at the Santong Tzu Chi Grounds in New Taipei City, with 134 participants from 8 countries around the globe taking part. On the first day of the seminar, Tzu Chi volunteers studied the messages found within Jingsi aphorisms, as well as the many different ways to promote vegetarianism. Reading these Chinese characters is no difficult task, but reading according to the color of the character can be a challenge. The message behind this simple activity is to remind all to be more mindful in our daily lives. Next, the participants are asked to lift their legs up in the air.
那没有地踩呢，你寸步难行啊！寸步难行呢，你就没有办法像我们平常走路这么轻松。
134 Tzu Chi volunteers from around the globe are here at the Santong Tzu Chi grounds in New Taipei City to learn how to teach Jingsi aphorisms to students back home.
体验活动，他们就可以
Through these activities, the participants can clearly understand the message in the Jingsi aphorism that the speaker is trying to pass on.
应用在我们的
We hope to take what we have learned here and put it to good use.
自己要能够内化。
Volunteers also come up with slogans that rhyme and are easy to remember as a way to promote vegetarianism. Through these simple activities, the humanitarian spirit of Tzu Chi finds a root in the hearts of these volunteers, who will soon go home to spread these meaningful messages to others. Tzu Chi's media volunteers can be found across the world's 5 continents. They come from all walks of life and are neither writers nor photographers by profession. However, it is with a firm belief to account for Tzu Chi's history that these media volunteers have, through training, built up their professional and technical skills. Walking into the lives of others through words, imagery and film, media volunteers capture Tzu Chi volunteers' selfless dedication and hard work for all to see.
With a keyboard and the click of a mouse, one can instantaneously see the footprints of Tzu Chi volunteers worldwide via Tzu Chi's global website, and 60% of the articles found on the website can be attributed to the hard work of Tzu Chi's media volunteers.
We have a huge database. We receive over 10,000 manuscript submissions from volunteers each year. Various articles are chosen based on merit and uploaded onto Tzu Chi's global website.
With a passion to chronicle Tzu Chi's missions in history, media volunteers overcame several hurdles and challenges.
We only have an elementary school qualification. We know nothing about English, just like this video mixer. Each button is written in English. I label them in Chinese, so it's easier for me to operate.
The teams responsible for writing, photography and filming originally operated independently. It wasn't until 2003 when all these functions were combined into one team.
For these 3 different types of communication, their interview techniques and their post-production methods are all vastly different. So I thought if we can combine them in one team, we get to learn from each other, and this is training.
Tzu Chi's Humanity Development Department joined hands with DaAi TV to pool their professional resources. Courses were also organized to enhance the technical skills of volunteers.
In order to retain our talent, not only do we have to be mindful of skills development, we also have to look after their hearts. Since each media volunteer is an asset to Tzu Chi, we have to safeguard them so they won't give up.
Within communities, senior volunteers share their experience with newly joined media volunteers so to align everyone's direction.
In
the process of training media volunteers, team dynamics are really brought out. And with each task, our mission and purpose becomes aligned, and eventually the team establishes a good rapport. Tzu Chi's audiovisual website is a platform for the work of media volunteers to be showcased to the world. Since its start in May 2012, more than 1,000 audiovisual records have been uploaded onto the site.
We are truly grateful to the media volunteers for producing over 10,000 articles for the website each year, and also the millions of photos and countless videos they have captured.
Over 5,000 people, Tzu Chi's media volunteers span the globe. They strive to disseminate Tzu Chi's spirit and document its history to inscribe the endless great treasury of sutras for Tzu Chi.
Media volunteers not only record the truth, goodness and beauty, but also write their own life stories along the way. Next, we meet a media volunteer couple, Deng Shenyuan and his wife, Jian Yingyu. Although their personalities differ, as the husband is quiet and gentle, while the wife is outgoing and active, working as media volunteers has brought them even closer together. I am Jian Yingyu. I'm now a salesperson at an internet company selling computer peripheral products.
I'm Deng Shenyuan, an employee in a technology company in charge of product management and return materials authorization processes. I knew my wife for only half a year before we got married. After we were married, I realized that we were a unique couple. I cook dinner almost every day.
But I also help do household chores, like drying the clothing in the balcony.
But I'm the one who washes them.
I also vacuum the house.
I do the household recycling.
Actually, our personalities are quite different. I'm more outgoing and easygoing. I'm also more childish and prefer to leave my worries behind.
I'm a quiet person. I like to stay at home watching TV and films, reading books, or listening to music.
但是我们有一个共同的兴趣，就是摄影。
At the Global Media Volunteers Workshop, Tzu brothers will be performing the musical Vow to Action. I'm in charge of filming their performance.
My wife is part of the sign language performance of Fulfill My Dream, so I will come with her and videotape their performance. Yes, while she was practicing.
I didn't focus on him because he does not have a major role in the musical. All of the performers in the musical will show up in my video.
Both of us are in charge of videotaping, digital editing, and artistic editing. Most of the time, we chronicle other people's images. This time is different because we are the performers as well. In a way, we are both the performers and chroniclers.
When he's cooking, I will help him review his videos and make an initial editing.
It is important that we work together as media volunteers because that way we can learn from each other and progress together.
This is my favorite song. Would you like to join me?
妹妹是无地铁金刚，走到金丝塔。
As the 7th lunar month is fast approaching, Tzu volunteers have started holding blessing ceremonies around the island to promote filial piety and invite members of the public to go meatless and refrain from burning joss paper. We now join Tzu volunteers in Banqiao of New Taipei City as well as Wanhua District's Taipei as they advocate the concept of the auspicious month.
Our master says if each of us can do a good deed, then there won't be any disasters but peace and harmony.
Here at Taipei's Wanhua District, Tzu volunteers are holding a blessing ceremony in a local park, where more than 300 residents have arrived to take part. Tzu City volunteers hope through this event to promote the right concept of the 7th lunar month, which is auspiciousness and filial piety.
I share the same feelings as City volunteers on the lunar month of July, which others normally refer to as Ghost Month. We should all break away from the tradition that we must use animals as offerings or burn just paper. By doing so, we purify our society and safeguard our planet too.
Moving to Banqiao of New Taipei City, city volunteers explain the reasons as to why we should refrain from burning just paper.
We breathe in the smoke that comes from burning the just paper. Before we make any money, we already have lost the money we spend on purchasing the just paper and also our health.
Volunteers also prepare a variety of delicious vegetarian desserts in hopes of encouraging members of the public to go meatless.
I will start with myself and then influence those around me. I would like to let them know that sincerity is all that matters and that we don't need to burn just paper. I think this is a great concept.
By having one person commit to good deeds and reducing their garbage each day, a world free of disasters and suffering is never too far away. Next, we meet city volunteers Zhou Xingru and You Meiyu, who recently overcame their fear of driving and have both successfully passed their driving license exam in order to fill in as a driver for their community's recycling truck. Let's take a look.
In Jiayi County, Taiwan, Zhou Xingru drives the recycling truck around the neighborhood collecting recyclables. Her apt driving skills stem from her desire to do more for Tzu Chi.
Previously, my husband kept telling me to learn how to drive, but I said I was afraid as I couldn't see the wheel. Later, Sister Meiyu invited me to learn with her, and I thought, why not keep her company?
In the beginning, Zhou only learned how to drive because her community lacked someone to drive the recycling truck. However, later on, it came in handy as she tended to her mother's illness.
When I used to go home to visit my mother, I'd have to switch so many buses, about 3 different ones. Afterwards, because of Tzu Chi, I learned how to drive. Thus, towards the end of my mother's days, with her health not so good, I'd drive to visit her every 2 or 3 days.
Another Tzu Chi volunteer whose life has changed is You Meiyu. You previously suffered from depression, but after joining the Buddhist NGO, she has had a change of heart.
In the face of adversity, I will think to myself, I need to enjoy the blessings I currently have.
Before entering Tzu Chi, the two women were co-workers. Now they are working together in Tzu Chi to help others in need.
We go back to Taiwan at the end of today's program. City volunteers have built strong friendships with police officers around the island through their long-term care for these public servants. As a few of the senior police officers will be retiring shortly from various stations in southern Taiwan, city volunteers held a gathering to thank their commitment and devotion to society over the years. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.